Hey guys, it's dinner time here and I'm going to be making a low carb bread recipe that I found online. It's not gluten free, so if you're gluten intolerant, this one's not for you. This recipe, I found it online, so I'll be able to share that with you, and I'll post a link in the description. And I'll go ahead and start putting my ingredients and let you see what's in it. The first thing I'll add is Vital Wheat gluten, and it's 1 cup. Then we're going to add 2/3 cups of oat flour, and that's just oatmeal ground up. I need one more. Here's the other one. And then 1/4 cup of the oat flour. Then we need 1/2 cup of whole wheat. And then I'm just going to whisk this together to make it become incorporated. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so now we're going to add 1 cup of warm water and 4 teaspoons of yeast. Three and 4. Okay, so I added an egg. I couldn't do that while holding the camera, and I'm just going to put my hook on. You can make this in the bread machine. I think that's what the recipe was originally for, and I'm going to go ahead and get this to begin to mix. Okay, so I forgot to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil, but I just did that, and I have it. I'll start the mixer again. I just turn it off so y'all can hear me, so don't forget to put that in there. So this is what the dough looks like about 3 or 4 minutes into it. Okay, here's the dough 10 minutes later, and you can see my oat wasn't that fine, so you can see some of the oats, but it definitely feels like dough. I placed the dough inside a loaf pan, and I sprayed it with some olive oil, and I'm going to let this rise, and I will bake it on 350 in the oven. Okay, so my dough has risen, and I am going to bake it now. It's been about 30 minutes. Okay, so I baked this, and I was supposed to divide the loaf, and I didn't read that in the recipe, but this is how the loaf turned out. It rose tremendously, and it would make a good 2-loaf bread. This is what the inside of the bread looks like. Just sliced it. Okay, so we tried that bread, and it tastes just like regular bread. My husband said he noticed a little bit of a texture, but he tends to notice every single small thing. If I try to sneak something in the food, he can tell something's off a little. So he's just like, he doesn't count. But everybody else liked it. Did you like the bread?
Uh-huh. It was yummy in my tummy.
Did you like it? Tastes like normal sandwich bread?
Yeah, it's better.
The cool thing about the bread was that when it really only took like a minute for it to be soft enough to cut. Normally when I take out the bread, it's really hard, and if you start slicing it, you start cracking it. And this one did not do that. In fact, I still have some left, and it's pretty soft. Here's my bread. So I hope y'all give this a try. I'll post a link to the bottom like I said before. And if you're looking for a low carb bread other than sourdough that cooks like normal bread, I think this is the recipe that I'll be making from now on for me and my husband. And that was my husband. Thanks for watching, guys.